What's up, Una here. We are looking at the brand new Fnaf chapter in Dead by Daylight, Springtrap. Super excited. It's been a long time coming. What's up, Jake? Welcome to the YouTube video. Chapter 36. Content: the animatronic. Fazbear's Fright. The animatronic lived to kill, even when his mechanical costume became his tune. So, Fire Axe, slightly like Huntress. I've seen a little bit of gameplay. It's a lot heavier though, from what I've seen. It's thrown a lot differently. Really kind of excited to see how that plays out. This is going to be really interesting part 2 that I think is going to be very important. Added a system to detect survivors who intentionally die early in the match. Happens so often. Anybody that plays Dead by Daylight knows 50% of the people that are playing this game don't want to play the game. It makes so much sense, right? When a survivor is determined to be doing this, they receive a disconnection penalty and lose 1 full grade. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I mean, that's not a big deal, but that's an interesting little extra knock. The attempt unhook ability is now only available in the following circumstances. 2 survivors remain in the trial. A survivor's luck is increased with an offering. A survivor has equipped the slippery meat or up the ante perk. When more than 2 survivors remain, they may struggle while on a hook, but with no chance to escape or penalty of failure. Okay. Letting 2 struggle skill checks pass without any input will no longer instantly kill you. Okay. The abandoned, I mean, are they going to update that? Or maybe it already is, so that when you're trying to game end, when there's only one other person in the game, so they can get hatch. I hope that isn't taken away, because that's kind of an important part of the game. So you can get your friends killed. The abandoned score event given to survivors when a teammate disconnects is now also granted when a survivor gives up via this system. Increase the abandoned score event to 2,000 blood points with 600. Okay, Mori update. Okay, wait, what is this? Near the end of the trial, the killer can now activate a Mori when 2 survivors are alive. And the following conditions occur simultaneously, up from 1 survivor alive. 1 survivor is hooked and in the dying state. In the struggle phase, sorry. 1 survivor is in the dying state. Okay. Okay. When the above criteria are met, starting a Mori on survival will now immediately start the sacrifice of remaining hooked survivors in the struggle phase. Okay, that's cool too. Just kind of helps get the game over quicker. The change means that you do not need to wait for the hooked survivor to be sacrificed to be able to trigger a Mori. Performing a Mori with a single survivor remaining will continue the function as it did before. Alright. Offering updates. Yep, so now map offerings only give a flat 20% chance to be sent there, so you're going to need to be stacking maps to even really get a chance. So that's very interesting. Very interesting. Killer perks. Help wanted. When you damage a generator, it becomes compromised. When the compromised generator is completed, your successful basic attack cooldowns are 25% faster for X amount of seconds. Okay. Only X amount of seconds, though? Like, it doesn't just give you a plain boost? I feel like that'd be fun with Save the Best for last, but I mean, if it's only for 60 seconds, I don't know. Phantom Fear. When a survivor within your terror radius looks at you, they scream and you see their aura for 2 seconds. This perk has a 60-second cooldown. So, like, scene partner, but in reverse, almost? Interesting. Haywire. Exit gate switches with at least 50% progress regress at a rate of, we'll say 50%, of the gate opening speed. While they're regressing, survivors see the exit gate lights flicker randomly. Okay, that's a pretty cool map feature security system. So this is what I think is going to be a big snag for the killers / survivors. Obviously, in any killer in any game that you're playing, solo queue versus Swift is going to make a massive difference. Obviously, Swift being much stronger. But I feel like when it comes to Springtrap, it's going to have another layer of being important to have communication with your team, because you will be able to call out when he's in chase, where he is at all times, when he's going in. Spawn rule. Survivors now spawn within 12 meters of each other by default when possible. Survivors now spawn on the same floor as each other by default when possible. The survivor offering Shroud of Binding has been replaced with a new offering, the Shroud of Separation. And now, its new effect causes survivors to spawn apart from each other. Wait. Chat. Shroud of Separation could actually be, like, really good. The scariest thing to see as a killer, right? At least in my opinion, whenever I play killer match, I bring a lot of lethal pursuer. I like running aura builds. I don't like running a bunch of general aggression. So when I play killer and I run lethal and I get into a game and I see even just 2 groups of survivors split up far away from each other, I already know I'm getting cooked. Like, it's already like, come on. But then if I see like people even more separate, like maybe 2 people together and then 1 person here, 1 person here, I know the game's over. Unless I get maybe a 20-second first chase and a 20-second second chase. If I play perfectly, I have a shot. Or, I mean, if they don't do gens, I have a shot too, but usually survivors do gens when I'm playing killer. When I play survivor, they don't want to do gens, you know, that's how it is. But when I play killer, gens are the, you know, the #1 priority. So that's very interesting. That might be something that you see brought very often to get a lot of early pressure in the game. As I say, first chase, best chase. The first chase is the most important chase of the game if you do well. And if you don't do well, it's also the most important for the killer. So that's how I see it, at least. I believe the first chase is the most important of the game, which is when I get first chase of the game, I try to run for a minimum of 90 seconds. And I mean minimum of 90 seconds, which I don't always get that, obviously. I get outplayed often. I'm not the best fucking Dead by Daylight player in the world. But first chase, best chase. So if you have survivors separated at the very beginning, they all can get on separate gens, and you can get first chase, best chase, run them for 90 seconds. The game's over. You can drop every pallet in the map. You can run them to every pallet, A to B, drop everything. If your survivors are efficient and everybody's getting on separate gens, you only need to hold the killer for 1 minute and the game's over. It's really that simple. Pretty Fast Bear's Pizza, I'm excited to play on it. The rotting brainchild of sadistic murderer still stands over the grassy plains, a place of joy for some and unspeakable terror for others. Do not let the bright colors and parlor tricks deceive you. Many have died within these walls, and many more will die still. Cool. Bulk BP spending, this is a big thing that everybody's been wanting for years and years and years at this point. Added an auto blood web button available after prestiging any one character for the first time, enabling players to automatically progress to a selected character level of blood points permitting. Removed the following pop-ups across all other characters after they have been shown for the first time. The blood web introductory pop-up, unpredictability pop-up, perks left box. The animatronic Springtrap. Look at him. He's one big boy. He is one big boy. Right, let's look at these skins. So we got the animatronic, a murderer forever trapped in the costume he wore to kill his victims. We got Toxic Springtrap. Oh, I gotta get this Toxic Survivor main over here. He emerged from the depths of corrosive despair, radiating a newfound evil. Dope. So these are all, you have to wear the full skin, you can't mix it up. Whoa, that's a very crazy little animation. Clown Springtrap. This is going to be pretty cool to play against, I feel like. As the fog settled, he felt himself take on a form he did not recognize. It's the clown. It's Kenneth. Watch out. Yellow rabbits. Hell yeah. Dude. It's Stu. Stu is in the game, finally. Let's go. Scream 1. Best movie. Get a W for Scream 1. Stu the GOAT. He's finally in Dead by Daylight after not being able to be in because of the Ghostface chapter, obviously not being Ghostface. I love it. As he was dragged away from it by his own creations, a black fog took hold and dragged him somewhere else entirely. So I'm guessing this is no spoiler alert. I'm guessing that this is at the end of the FNAF movie, the very end of the FNAF movie. Instead of him getting taken away by the animatronics, he gets taken by the enemy. That's pretty cool. Unique sound effects, voice lines, new voice lines, in-match and menu, unique menu animation, model change, and unlocks yellow rabbit portrait badge. Okay. And there is Glitch Trap. Whoa. Unique sound effects, unique menu animation, model change, and glitch portrait badge. A mascot from the machine, a virtual manifestation of evil made flesh in the entity's realm. I don't know who this is. I'm not sure maybe which game this is from. I've never seen this. Maybe it's just from one of the newer ones. That's pretty scary. What the fuck? I'm looking through the new skins. I haven't seen them all. I need to see the Mori with Stu. Stu! Don't do it!
Time for some fun.
Oh my god, that looks so dope! Yo, that actually looks so cool. That's actually so cool to me. Who is Stu? Spent funds.
On?
I like
Yes.
this.
Remember everything I say. Thoughts are rushing through my head.